What's up, Cancer? Welcome to Taurus season. Welcome to May. I hope you guys had an amazing April. This is going to be your general reading for the month of May. Of course, it's not going to resonate with all of you guys, so definitely check out your other placements if it's not connecting with your sun or your rising or your moon or whatever, okay? I'm excited to talk to you guys because I've been talking to a lot of you guys lately. And there's been a lot to talk about. Cancer, you guys are my number one personal clients. I probably do more readings for Cancer and Libra than anybody, which is crazy because that's my sun and rising sign, right? So it kind of makes sense. But there's been one theme with Cancer that's been very, very, very much present lately, and it's been like this fear. Popping up. And it's not necessarily that anything is really even wrong at the moment. It's almost anticipating what could go wrong and thinking that things are going to go wrong because of the history of things going wrong. And it's understandable. But I think this is going to be a really good, powerful month for you. I think it's going to be a lot easier than Aries season was for you. Aries season for a lot of Cancers just kind of had you guys spun. This one is a little bit more calm, a little bit more collected. It's where we all collectively kind of think about, security, money, possessions, tangible things. It's really kind of where we buckle down and kind of get to business, right? But it's a Venus ruled sign, so there's also like this sensuality and this love and beauty factor that comes into play. For you guys, this is your 11th house energy though. So this is a very social month. Has a lot to do with your friends and your connections, your community, and ways that you give back. I think that you guys are going to be incredibly busy, although I'm going to say I think a lot of you guys will like literally want to do the Cancer thing and go into your shell. You start out with Hermit and Four of Cups, which leads into Three of Cups. I'm sorry, Three of Pentacles. Now, I think with everything that's going on, I think a lot of you guys, it could be quite easy to get a little bit overwhelmed because, like I said, whether these are work duties or just social duties, I think a lot of you guys will be a lot more busy than you anticipated this month. Hermit energy, Hermit is connected to Virgo, so this is someone who goes into solitude to find wisdom, to figure out their next step, what it is that they want to do, right? The Hermit is wise and he's really all about following his own light, not the crowd. The Four of Cups here is about being dissatisfied. It's interesting because, again, for some of you, it's a matter of, I think you're so busy and so caught up, you almost feel like you wish the phone would stop ringing, the people would stop calling, the opportunities would stop coming, even though in many ways you're very grateful. For others of you, this kind of feels like runoff energy from last month where, like I said, when I talked to a lot of you Cancers, there's just like, there was this fear and kind of like this, I'm never going to have nice things vibe that was going on. Like I said, the best thing you could do for yourself this month is really stay close to people who you're close to. Do things with your girlfriends, do things with your guy friends, stay close and in close connection with people that make you feel good, right? Now you've got the Four of Swords. Yeah, there is this sense that you guys will be really busy this month. I just make sure that you are spending time and giving yourself time to rest and kind of lay off for a little bit. Four of Swords energy is all about resting. It usually comes after a Three of Swords, which is like a disappointment or a heartbreak of some sort. So of course something could have happened relationship wise that maybe has you guys a little bit spun and kind of having you feeling like, yeah, I want to be alone. I just want to be alone. But I do like seeing this Four of Swords and Hermit together because both of these cards indicate going alone to find answers and like going alone to repair and rest and feel better, not going alone to like feel sorry for themselves and do that weird, my life sucks stuff. Now you've got the Five of Cups at the bottom. So yeah, something could have went a little left in terms of a relationship that really kind of has you questioning if you want to be there anymore. Yeah, it's the best way I could put it. Now, The Four of Cups is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. You know what's really interesting is because it's like, for some of you guys, what this disappointment or whatever does is it puts you in a space where you just want to work more, right? So it's like, okay, I'm not going to focus on the love thing. I'm going to focus on the work thing because the love thing kind of sucks. Love thing's not really going well. I'm not really as confident in that right now. What's going on? I don't really know what's going on. So what I'm going to do is kind of work and have tunnel vision. I don't see anything wrong with that. Just don't get lost in it, because if there are any issues that you are having, Cancer, you know, you ignoring them doesn't make them disappear. It just puts them off later and later. So just be mindful of that. I'm a fan of giving people the time and space that they need in order to feel how they feel or do what they do or heal how they heal or whatever, right? But we just have to know that if this Four of Swords and Hermit Energy results back for you as like a relationship loss or something like that, this is something that will need to be addressed. But in the meantime, support from friends is going to be key, you know. Of course, depending on where you live, where you are, depends on the weather, but in most cases, you know, weather is beautiful. People are starting to go out more, you know, with the way things are turning. So it's a really, really good time to kind of lean into that 11th house energy that's working for you this month. Because you got the Strength card too. Strength card comes when there's something we need strength for. So again, this might be about needing to lean on your friend's shoulder. This also may be for some of you Cancers, maybe you have a friend that needs you right now. So for many reasons, you know, it could be this way, but the point is time with friends is important, because there's either someone that needs your support a little bit more than usual this month, or maybe you are needing the shoulder, the distraction, the whatever it is. This is Leo energy, the Strength card. So maybe you guys are connected to a Leo. Maybe you have Leo placements, right? Leo rising, Leo Venus, something like that. Maybe this has to do with the Leo person. We've got a King of Wands here. And then right underneath that, the Sun, which is also a Leo card. So yeah, but it's a social time. Find ways to balance the priorities and the things that you need to do with the social aspect of life as well. Now, Emperor card is sitting here in your environment. That's Aries energy. So you could be dealing with an Aries, but this also has to do with authority. This also has to do with like the boss, right? The Emperor is the king of the king. So especially this being in your environment, this could have something to do with something with work. Again, for those of you guys who may have suffered a disappointment or some type of misunderstanding or whatever, some of you guys might be leaning more towards work this month just to kind of distract yourself from what's going on. You've got this Seven of Swords here. The Seven of Swords is about strategy. You know, some of you guys might be dealing with someone or that's just also being unreasonable, or there's some type of sneaky thing going on. That could also be too with that Hermit and Four of Swords is talking about. Because when we talk about the Emperor, yes, he's the boss. He's, you know, the king of all kings. He's the authority. He's daddy. He's all those things. But on a flip, like he could be like an asshole, right? Like he can be like a dictator. He can be uncompromising. And when I see him here with the Seven of Swords is like the thief, the cheat, the someone who keeps the details, maybe someone who isn't being as forthcoming, they aren't telling you all the details, that type of thing. Maybe someone who's strategizing. There's something with this because you've got the Seven of Swords here. Okay, I'm sorry, Six of Swords here. Six of Swords is about moving away from a situation. So whether you guys are physically moving or maybe you guys are changing jobs, that type of thing, because you've also got the Five of Wands here, which is about competition. It could be about fights, chaos, that type of thing. It's very interesting. It just feels like you guys might have a difficult energy that's around you. Which this could be your father. This could be the father of your kids. This could be your boss. This could be a lover. This could be whatever. This is general, right? But there's something just keep your head on a swivel. I would be very mindful. I would be very mindful, and I would just be very aware if I were you at this time. I don't think that whatever this is has enough power to really stop you from whatever it is you're trying to do, though, I will say, because the next two cards that you do have are Ace of Pentacles and the Star card. So it seems like even though there is this energy over here that seems a little sus, you got new opportunities and new beginnings here. So we've got Ace of Pentacles, my favorite ace. This is about security, and it's about, you know, opportunities. All aces are potentials. They're all opportunities. And it doesn't matter if we're talking about jobs. It doesn't matter if we're talking about relationships. If it's a pentacle, it's solid. It's something that's going to build towards legacy, right? And have something to grow towards. We talk about the Star card, that's Aquarius energy, but it's about healing and hope and faith and a vulnerability, right? It's about being seen, and it's about wish fulfillment as well. Yeah, you guys have had a decision to make. A lot of you guys, this has to do with work, okay? Two of Swords is that fork in the road energy. It is an energy of, I don't know what I want to do. I want to go left or I want to go right. This is like you need to make a decision, right? Like there is no more pussyfooting when we get to Two of Swords. Like we need to be clear on what we want to do so you know which direction you want to move towards. Now you've got the Six of Wands here, which is a victory card. So there's a lot of support for you guys, especially those of you guys who kind of want to change gears or change lanes in what it is that you're doing for work. If you are starting a new job this month, this is really good for you, it looks like. A very good change from what you were doing before. You got the Star and you got the World card. Yes. So cycles completing, major things completing, shifting. There's travel here, right? There's travel here. There's healing here. There's hope here. Star card again here. Yeah. For you guys, really lean on your friends this month if you need to, but also some of you guys, you have a friend or someone who kind of needs a little bit more attention or a little bit more grace or patience or something this month from you. Some of you guys feel like you're dealing with a difficult person, whether it be your boss, your father, your lover, whatever. There is a decision to be made. It looks like you guys make the right one for you. Something that's going to build, you know, something that you're going to be able to build upon, something you're going to feel really secure in. Because it feels like you guys might have been doing the normal crab thing, going back and forth for quite some time, but now is the time to kind of make a decision and move forward. And it's a really good decision to make. There's travel coming up for you guys, which is great. There's new opportunities opening up for you guys, which is really, really great. You guys are going to be busy the month of May. All great things. All great things. All great things. All great things. Yeah. Now, you've got Thorns, which says, weave together the crown you deserve. I love this because this card really talks about, you know, it's acknowledging the fact that you've gone through so much, you've learned so much, you have so much wisdom and so many things to share through your experiences. And so after you got your crown together and in order and all propped up, you know, it's time to then, you know, take what you know and pay it forward, right? You know, lacing your homegirls with game or whatever, that type of thing. So again, this month, there's a lot about the social aspects for you guys in terms of, you know, your close connections with your girlfriends, your guy friends, you know, just in building upon those relationships and being there for one another. Okay. You've also got block out distractions. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. You already know what these distractions are and you have the power to responsibly block them out. I love this because for you guys, We are going to, so we're going to be having a lunar full moon eclipse in Sagittarius at the end of the month. So I think that's like on the 26th-ish. For you guys, that's your sixth house energy. So, and sixth house energy has everything to do with your daily duties, your routines, all of that. And this kind of like talks to, or this speaks to this card for me, right? Because it talks about taking charge of your schedule and your work environment, you know, avoiding anything that distracts you. Basically the end of this month, a really good time to build up new routines. But again, it feels like there's going to be something that's being X'd out for you guys this month. That's a really, really good thing. It's actually not a loss at all. It was a distraction after all. So that's good. Now, interesting because two romance oracle cards came out, and look, it's either this or it's either that, which is really interesting. So take it as it applies. One is give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So for those of you guys who are in a loving, healthy relationship, a loving, healthy partnership, you know, this might be a month where you need to put in a little bit more effort, maybe go on, you know, schedule a date, do something out the ordinary. Again, it is a social month for you guys, this being connected to your 11th house, but extend that to your lover, not just your friends, right? So, and this could be even like, if there's things that you like to do or your partner likes to do that you don't normally do together, like maybe you kind of tagging along and going with them, that type of thing. But this this kind of points to maybe putting a little bit more effort in your relationship in some sense, if you know you're in a worthwhile relationship. Now, for others of you who've got pay attention to the red flags, the signs are cautioning you. And it's funny because I really don't feel, I mean, for some of you, obviously this is going to be in your personal romantic relationships. But this feels like this is like more of like a work thing. This could even be a friend thing. I mean, I don't know. There is a difficult character around you guys. I think that this month makes you look at things a little different, you know? So take that as it resonates, okay? I hope that this reading was helpful for you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you for coming, and I will see you next time, Cancer.